So I experience quite a lot of pain and fatigue with my Pompe disease. I would say fatigue is my biggest issue, but I also find the physical pain quite draining mentally. Not being able to do the things I want with my fatigue is, I do get quite frustrated. I feel like it takes quite a mental toll. Is there some solutions or some things that can help with us to cope with these?
Okay, so you mentioned something like your frustration with pain and fatigue. I'm just going to start there. I'll move on to different areas of that. But the frustration is the not being able to do something. And there's a form of the therapy of sorts called radical acceptance. And what happens in radical acceptance is basically you accept what you can't change and you just allow that to be. Now that people think, yuck, that's horrible. But see, the thing is, you can't change it, okay? So you've got two choices. You got the choice to accept it and go, okay, or you got the choice to go, I don't like this, I hate it, I want it to be different. The thing is, when you add the I don't like it, resistance, I hate it, I want it to be different. When you get that powerless pain with the resistance, you end up being powerless. Whereas if you just take the pain on board or the fatigue on board without the resistance, it takes away the powerlessness. Sounds a bit counterintuitive, but that's actually how it works because you can't change some of it. So it's accepting what you can't change. That's one part of it. Now, if I talk about pain, pain's an interesting phenomenon. I don't know if you guys watched Survivor recently, but the person that won Survivor was a pain expert. and the way she managed to outplay and outsmart people was basically being able to manage her own pain in a way the others couldn't. And pain is a really interesting phenomenon. It's actually in the brain. We experience pain from our brain. We don't experience it from our bodies. And there are a lot of different cognitive ways to manage pain. So becoming a bit of a pain cognitive specialist is another way to manage pain. So your experience of pain is different. So when experience of pain is different, then you're not fighting it as much, and therefore it's less impact on your life. We can't take away all pain, but we can definitely reduce pain. And hypnotherapy has been a really efficient way that people have shown that can reduce pain. That's another way that people have learned to manage pain through hypnotherapy, even to the point where they've done thyroid operations with hypnosis, under hypnosis without any anesthetic, and it's worked. So the brain is an amazing organ to help you with your pain. Fatigue is probably a bit part of the package, but you will reduce fatigue if your pain isn't as big too. So how can you look around all the different areas of your life that cause you stress and anxiety so you get more energy to keep on going? And with the fatigue and things, I suspect it's more bite-sizing, smaller tasks, shorter periods of time, and allow the rest.
I think, Sue, too, maybe some of that stuff you talked about earlier leads into that, you know, if we're relying on other people and feeling confident to ask for help. I know that will help me too with my fatigue because I've got that support there rather than trying to do everything on my own. So I think that's really good advice as well.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's a great point, Taryn. I think you made a great point there. Use your resources. Basically, that's what you're saying. Use any resources you can, whether it is the wheelchair or it is the friend or it is the carer or it is NDIS that brings someone in to do all the menial housework so you've got more energy to do other things. Use your resources.